So I'm pretty bored. Don't really have a lot to talk about or do because I'm driving by myself all the way to Spearfish. So I'm going to tell y'all about my true first dipping experience. I remember my buddy, 2 years older than me, name's JD if y'all want to know that. I texted him one day during Spanish class and I asked him if he could give me some chew, and he said, yeah, first chew is on me, next cans you'll pay for. I said, okay. I asked him to get me Skull Wintergreen, and he said that's a shitty thing to get, but oh well. So he got me that, and then he tried to get me on Copenhagen Wintergreen, which that's a funny story. I'll tell you about that later. But Skull Wintergreen, he left it in my pickup after football practice. I went and got it, drove to the Quick Stop, got me 2 waters. I don't know what the fuck I got. I was a goddamn sophomore, junior, whatever the fuck I was, and went home. And when I was home, my dad had a friend there in Colorado checking out his cows. And I'm not the guy to call people names, but he was a waterhead. And he kept me up till 9:30, 10 o'clock just talking. But, hang on, there's a car coming. Probably a cop, probably getting pulled over for my light being on. Nope, okay. So, as soon as he went to bed and quit bothering me and my dad, told my parents goodnight, got my sweatpants on, t-shirt on, I was ready to go. Got to my room, shut the light off, sat in my camouflage chair, recliner. And I had taped the NASCAR race that day because Dale Earnhardt Jr. was supposed to win. And I'm a huge Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, even though I'm a closet NASCAR fan. So that's all I cared about, was that right there. Turns out, about 30 minutes into it is when I finally manned up and put a chew of Skull Wintergreen in. Yeah, I can't believe I was a pussy about that either. It's fucking insane. But either way, put it in. It's probably a little guy, I can't remember. And then about 15-20 minutes later, I am going around the track with these fucking cars. Like, I'm rocking in my chair, but to me, I'm going around and around. It was intense. And I remember Dale Earnhardt Jr. was in third. And I was just praying to God he was going to win. But I wake up, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and my mouth burns. I don't know where the hell I am because I don't remember passing out. But ESPN is on, like Sports Center, whatever the hell it was. And I was like, well, I better watch it and see if Dale Earnhardt won. Dale Earnhardt ended up getting 17th after starting number 2 in the polls. That's not the point of the story. The point of the story was my first dip. And it was a good one, only because A, I passed out, B, I woke up 2 hours later, C, mouth burn. Nothing will ever describe the mouth or the burn in my mouth. It was so bad. And I was like, you know what? I'm never doing that again. Because, I tried it before, back like 11, 12, and I was just dumb, didn't know how to really do it. I did it right this time, hated it, and I was like, screw this, I'm going to bed. Went to bed, woke up, went to school. Around probably 1 o'clock, around 7th period, I'm sitting in Miss J's class, and all I can think about is where that burning sensation was in my lip. And I was like, you know what? I damn sure need to try that again. So from then on, I was hooked. I was getting hooked up by my buddy JD forever after that until, well, I turned 18. But yeah, that's my first dipping experience. Allow me to talk to you about my worst dipping experience. Yeah, that's not even the worst one. Worst dipping experience. I'm with my brother, heading to Ogallala for a livestock sale. It's just bad. I can taste it. It's terrible. But he had some Copenhagen snuff with him. And I was like, can I have some of that? And he said no. So I pulled my own out. Pulled out some Skoal Wintergreen. We were chewing on the way there. Didn't pay any attention to what the hell he was spitting in. But it turns out he was spitting in my soda. Now, I have never told anybody about this story because I have a lot of buddies that have drank my soda that I spit in. I had my girlfriend drink my Monster coffee that I had spit in. But this time the joke was on me. So it gets over with, and all I can think about is, man, I'm thirsty. Didn't bring any money. Brother said he had it all paid for. He didn't bring any money. So get out to the pickup. First thing I go to reach for, my Quick Stop Mountain Dew. And I just noticed some chew flakes on the lid, like the little plastic lid, but I know that it's Mountain Dew because it's in a little container. I filled it up with Mountain Dew. I know what's in there. It wasn't, man. I should have known when I saw the flakes about what was going on, especially the flakes in the straw. But I chugged it down, and on the last gulp, I just kind of swished it around in my mouth. Chew flakes everywhere in that, man. I mean, it was so terrible. Oh. But, long story short, always check your drinks around a dipper. Especially a Rigonette. Ladies, hit them up. Never mind. Has a wife, has a kid. But, I mean, if you want to make things interesting, you can go ahead. But I know I don't have any chicks viewing me. The only people that view me are my friends. I've never told anybody that story. But I think it's just because I'm tired, you know. Fucking haven't slept all day. I just felt the urge to get it out. It was deep down, stowed away. But I felt like the YouTube community, aka 21 viewers total on my first video. That's all it was. Sorry I said video, I don't mean to be outlaw, I mean video. But my friends keep pressuring me to make a video longer than a minute, which of course you should probably do. So I'm doing it right now. It's 8 minutes long, as of right now. Granted, poor camera light. I mean, I'm obviously not fucking sexy, so not a lot of eye candy. So I might just make this clickbait. I don't know. Who fucking cares? But yeah, that's my first dipping experience and my worst dipping experience. The best dipping experience I ever had was when I was with my buddy Mason in Bridgeport, Nebraska. And he was chewing Grizzly Wintergreen and said it was like his new favorite thing of all time. And we're playing Mortal Kombat in a kid's basement with nobody around but us. I don't even truly know the kid. Mason did, that's why I was there. And they went to go see a football. They went to go play football, and we were down in the basement because we don't go to Bridgeport, obviously. But he was calling me a pussy for not chewing that goddamn Grizzly Wintergreen that he had. By the way, I'm not knocking Grizzly. I enjoy your products now, but back then, no. And he put a fucking hammer in, man. It was like, it's probably about like this big. I mean, it was gigantic. And as we're playing Mortal Kombat, I just keep looking at him, and I notice he is buzzing the fuck out. Like he's sitting there, he's waving his eyes around, sweating his ass off. I was like, yep, common signs of a buzzer. Goddamn chew addicts. Jesus. But I just remember him just looking up at me. Elliot, I'm buzzed. And I was like, oh yeah, dude. I can tell, man. Sorry. Terrible at speeching. That was my best experience. Just the way he acted, the way he reacted to that, the way I reacted, the way all the other guys in that room reacted, it was the greatest thing on earth. But, you know, I mean, I finally made a 10-minute video. It's boring as fuck. I don't care. I mean, if y'all got any problems, you can come fight me, suck my dick, whatever you want to do. I'd rather you fight me than suck my dick, because I do have a girlfriend. She would probably be a little upset about that. But either way, you know, I mean, I'm not going to force you to suck my dick. You're going to have to try and take that if you want it that bad. I'm not gay. America's the greatest. No gay rights. Never mind, I didn't say that on YouTube. But I did, actually, so fuck it. I'm out, boys.